Welcome back to another adventure, cowboys and cowgirls. In today's adventure, I take us to Calico Ghost Town. Now let's get started. This awesome place is open 7 days a week. Admission for 12 years and older, including adults, is $8. From 4 to 11 is $5. Under 3 going for free, and it's open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But coming to this awesome little mining town makes you step back in time, back into the old cowboy days. And some of the original ruins of the old town are still up to this day or scattered around. And the new buildings are made to match the theme of this old cowboy town. But we're approaching the first gift shop, which I say is number 3 on the list of gift shops in this old town. In this gift shop, you'll find all kinds of cool cowboy accessories and clothing, such as cowboy hats, of course, and I decided to try on myself. Try on this nice black leather one, but nah, I like to stick to the original. They also have gun hoisters and all kinds of other cool little knickknacks, and they also have a mystical wise man.
Want to hear fortune from medicine man? Come near, I tell you.
That machine didn't age too well for this day and age. Each building is decorated differently, as well as it has its own little piece of history of this town. Of course, they're all stores in some way, shape, or form, and some are just even exhibits. But approaching this one, I believe this one's actually an exhibit. Just like most of the stores here, we'll find unique knickknacks and as well as gifts as well. But this one, however, has old photos of some citizens that actually lived in the town back in the day. At least I think they were the citizens. And if you're feeling hungry, there's actually quite a few restaurants in the area as well. Like this one right here, the Calico House restaurant. And this is actually an old-fashioned diner. So it looks like there's no one in here, so we came on a good day, we're lucky. It's empty, it's clear. Well, there's plenty more to explore. But continuing on outside the diner, you can eventually come across this little path right here. If you follow your way along this path, you'll eventually see this old-fashioned little campsite to the left. But if you continue on, you'll eventually come across the little railroad area. But along the area, I actually found these weird little bird things. You see like that one right there. But yeah, I found these hiding all over the place. And as soon as I know it, these weird quill penguin looking things started to appear everywhere. They were kind of cute though, but they kept running from me. Except some of them seemed like they were used to people, which isn't really a good thing. But they eventually skip and waddle their way away from me. But anyways, besides getting distracted by cute chunky desert birds, I eventually saw this cool little locomotive. And this is actually usually in service, but unfortunately for me it wasn't in service today. But these little weird birds kept appearing everywhere, and they kept running across from me, running all over the place. You see like that one running across from me right now. But yeah, they just kept appearing, it was kind of cute, but me chasing some eventually led me to a different area. This weird house right here is what it led me to. It looks like some kind of old-fashioned adobe rock-looking house from probably the old town times. You can actually go inside both of them. And inside both of them is nothing much besides a window, just a door frame. But making my way out of this house, I did see some other small houses nearby. And I eventually found this new area as well, called the Maggie Mine. Because there is also another Maggie Mine, but you have to pay for it. But this one you can go in for free. Me continuing on my cheapskate adventures, I eventually made my way inside this cave and decided to go all the way to the back as far as I could. And eventually I didn't make it to the back, but there was nothing much to see. Just a bunch of some little remnants of old copper and I think silver, which is that green stuff. But what do I expect for it being for free? So I eventually made my way back out of the cave. Slowly making my way out, seeing the beautiful light of the cave. After getting that good knock on my head, I realized, oh wait, there's still more to explore around this town. So I returned back to the town, and I saw this great view from this Maggie Mine. Straight ahead of me after leaving the Maggie Mine, I saw this strange house, and this house was made by none other than 100 different colored green bottles. And this house actually had the name of Calico on top of it too. Unfortunately again, this house wasn't open, but it is a gift shop and has lots of cool gothic stuff inside it. But going to the right of this house, directly up the mountain, you'll see this cool little rugged house as well. And behind it is actually an overlook of the whole town. And this area is actually one of the highest points guests could actually go to see the whole town. But on the other side too is actually this trail, but you can't pass beyond this point. But this is how it looks above the sign. It's just more mine entrances. But outside of this trail, you can actually see this old-fashioned ruggedy house. You could even go inside it too. But following this trail outwards, you eventually go to the back of the town. And behind the town, you'll see an old-fashioned stage, a little pop-up stand, a bridge, and an old-fashioned schoolhouse. Usually you could be able to cross the bridge, but I guess it's under some work or construction. But yeah, at least we can still see the schoolhouse. But now going back to the rest of the town, you'll see more stores. And like I said, there's still different general stores. They have different little knickknacks and items that they sell, like fudge, like you saw, as well as different candies. and hot sauces, just like the one we saw in the Charlie Brown episode. You have different variations of that cool hot sauce. Making our way down to the left side, we'll eventually come across the Ghost Town tour area. And this area has some interesting things to offer.
Design printed right on it.
Interesting things as in creepy animatronics and paranormal things. Like for instance, let this cowboy tell you what they have.
Okay, now with this picture here, it's easier to explain for this. Now with this boy is walking on right here, he's walking on the cave shaft to the entrance right here, folks, man. It's about straight and narrow for the whole thing, and then it drops off at this point. You have to walk across that little bridge right there to get across it. But it says that those are little ghosts or something like that. That's what it said to be. Some folks have actually lost their lives in that cave. And then this picture, boss man, is him standing on that plank and looking down. So it goes down now. I don't know. I'd say about 150 feet.
And how could I not forget the Calico Chupacabra, or someone's decayed chihuahua. But in this video, this is the Calico Chupacabra to make it less depressing. But still, it's freaking awesome though. Kinda. I guess this little guy got lost trying to find the beef, but I took my picture with him anyways. But yeah, this is actually the tour entrance in the outhouse. But going back to the main area, we'll eventually see more buildings and shops. But a lot of these areas like the blacksmith shop as well as the gold panning shop aren't really open until special events or occasions, or usually special weekends, such as Labor Day weekend, 4th of July weekend, or any other major American holidays. But we're now approaching the second best gift shop, which is the Calico Rock Gift Shop. Inside here you'll find lots of different kinds of rock art and jewelry, as well as cool little knickknacks as well, especially from the next shops surrounding that area. But this shop has a lot to offer as well as this beautiful decorated wall. But entering the next shop, you'll find a lot more different unique items, such as weird little dinosaur fossils, marbles, magnets, and more. While going outside, you'll see a lot more decorations. This is one of the more cooler parts as well. But this is actually one of the exhibits in the area. Going inside, you'll see lots of creepy, outdated wax figures. At least I think they're wax. And these mannequins or wax figures are actually posing in different forms to show you how these tools were used in the cowboy days. And a lot of these are just old-fashioned cowboy tools and equipment that was used in that time. And I saved the best for last, folks, and this is Lane's General Merchandise. And this is by far the #1 best store gift shop you must see if coming here. What makes it the best is the unique construction, its use of decoration, and its format, as well as its merchandise too. They sell knives, candy, cowboy hats, postage stamps, souvenirs, articles of cowboy clothing, and more. They even have a mini post office so you can go pay your bounties. Or you can use the post office to write a letter to your favorite staff member in Calico and post it up so the public can see. And merchandise wise, I say this store has the most. But approaching the refrigerator, it took me back to a memory when I brought my brother here. And they just so happened to have the last soda of the exact soda he got the day I took him here. And this frankly was a couple weeks before he passed, so I bought one in his honor. Sorry about that. I'm just glad I got to share this place with my brother. This place will always hold a special memory in my heart and in my mind, and that little piece of it will always remind me of my brother. But he was quite fascinated with this section as well. But this store is definitely one of the better ones here in Calico. But as you make your way outside, you'll see this really cool rattlesnake animatronic. I never actually tried it before, but if you do show your way around camp, you'll eventually see this old-fashioned well and fire system. As you make your way closer to the end of the town, or the exit, you'll see a sign that says, "Thank you for visiting Calico," and find a rickety old stairway that leads to the lower parking lot. But here in the lower parking lot, you'll see more old-fashioned, rugged, I guess you could say buildings or ruins of buildings. Well, you could look inside them and kind of explore inside some of them, but I wouldn't recommend going inside it unless you got your tetanus shot. But besides that, if you go a little bit more to the back, you'll find another hidden little gem. This being another smaller mining cave. You can actually go inside it and explore a little, but I definitely recommend to check it out, guys. It's pretty cool. But let's end the video, guys. Until next time, be safe out there, take care. Remember, guys, have a wonderful day. If you like what I do, remember, guys, to please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Until next time, have a wonderful day, guys.